For my modeling project, I had the citric acid cycle, otherwise known as the Krebs cycle. In order to get the 2-pyruvate needed to make acetyl-CoA, the molecule glucose goes through the process of glycolysis. Glycolysis splits up the 6 carbons into 3s, making pyruvate. During the process of glycolysis, 4 ATP and 2 NADH are produced, but because it takes 2 ATP to start the process, you only end up with 2 ATP in the end. The pyruvate are also still not ready for the actual citric acid cycle, so both pyruvates undergo pyruvate oxidation. During this, one of the carbons is taken out, making CO2, and one NAD+ is turned into NADH. Once there are only 2 carbons, it makes acetyl-CoA. Once catalyzed by enzymes like isocitric acid, the acetyl-CoA merges with oxaloacetic acid, which is a 4-carbon molecule, to make citric acid or citrate, which now becomes a 6-carbon molecule. Acetyl-CoA also gives us 6 hydrogen molecules to use in the citric acid cycle. Now we are ready for the citric acid cycle. This is called a cycle because once the process is done, the citric acid has lost 2 carbon. Because it now is only a 4-carbon chain, it is reverted back to oxaloacetic acid, which is similar to where we began. This allows the process to continue over and over again. Now, in the citric acid cycle, with the help of enzymes, NAD+ is transferred into NADH, the 2 carbons lost turn into CO2, FAD is oxidized into FADH2, and ADP is transferred to ATP with the help of GDT and GTP. Then the cycle is repeated, and the cycle happens twice because there are 2 pyruvates to start. So the citric acid cycle created 4 NADH, 1 taken from pyruvate oxidation and the rest from the cycle, 1 ATP and 1 FADH2. Because there are 2 pyruvate, all of these products should be multiplied by 2. In total, after glycolysis and the citric acid cycle, we have 4 ATP, 10 NADH, and 2 FADH2. The NADH and FADH2 are then taken and used in the electron transport chain. The citric acid cycle produces fumaric acid reacted by hydrogen, succinyl-CoA when a carbon is lost, succinic acid, and malic acid, which is formed when an OH group is added. That is how the citric acid cycle happens, and ATP, NADH, and FADH2 are produced.